I have so many things that I want to see change in the world. I have a few concerns that keep me awake at night that I really would love to humbly contribute to. And one of them is using theater, dance theater, telling stories, exploring issues that sometimes we're afraid to explore in other ways, using art. Using art to basically reach where politics hasn't quite reached. And then I'm also really concerned about education, especially inclusive education. Sometimes when we talk about inclusive education, people think about maybe incorporating systems that also favor people with maybe disabilities, but I also really want to focus on not just disabilities, but people who, sometimes you're in a system that favors the privileged, and people who are not privileged can't really quite find themselves in that system of education. So making sure that all systems of education are inclusive and considerate of that. I'm also really concerned about wash infrastructure. The reason why is because I come from a country that is still developing, so I get to see people who live without water, people who live, who don't have facilities for proper sanitation facilities. So being able to kind of help upgrade that. And last but not least, I'm really concerned about one trending issue right now that we're facing in the 21st century. It's like the impact of digitization on our relationships. So wellness and mindfulness, and how does it affect our relationships, reclaiming conversation, yeah.
I think that's fantastic, and
yes.
I'm going to touch a little bit about what you spoke about, because you mentioned about the arts and education. A lot of people don't realize the importance of how that goes hand in hand, and for the development of children and even for us as adults.
Yeah.
And then I love the fact that you are working with water infrastructure in your country, which is something that a lot of us take for granted in most of our countries. So thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rwanda.